Hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities. My name is Rochelle, and I'm here to do a love reading for Aquarius during Venus retrograde. And we only have, I think today is the last day. I think tomorrow it goes direct. So when I do Pisces, technically it won't be Venus retrograde anymore, although there's always a shadow period where we can still really feel the effects of it. So yeah, it is what it is. What I am doing is a spread, which I did not pull up. So here it is. It's something I found on Pinterest. I thought was really cool, and I've been using it for the other signs, and it's been really interesting, really illuminating um, for this time for Venus retrograde. Because, of course, any kind of retrograde, especially like with the more personal planets, it's not a time to take action. It's a time to step back and go within. You don't want to make any major decisions one way or another because Venus is about not just relationships, it's about finances. It's needing to just, get a broader view of things and see where you fit within that, how you feel about where you're at. Sometimes you're like, "Yep, I'm good. Um, happy to be where I'm at." And sometimes it's like, "Oh, I'm becoming really aware that I'm not so into the place that I'm at." So, anyway, I'm going to be using the Tarot of Mystical Moments. Ooh, good morning, Jojo. Welcome. Thank you so much. And yes, to emphasize what you said, yes, everyone, please hit the like button, subscribe, even share this. It would mean so much to me. I think Jojo might be a werewolf. All right, so let's begin. So we have the first couple of cards are your strengths in love and how you receive love. King of Pentacles. You're very generous. You love to give of yourself and your resources. When you connect with someone, you're just like, come on in. Like you become part of the, yeah, part of the king's court. you know, they want to shower you with the finer things in life. They no, you want to shower them. This is your strengths. Um, the king of pentacles, very self-made. Any of the kings really are very able to focus on what the physical necessary steps to create abundance, create the wealth, create the all the prosperity in all the ways. He's become the king of the mountain, king of the antlers, because of his determination and willingness to put in effort and work into something. Um, um, yeah, and I think that you appreciate when others are generous with you as well. You like when people have a similar kind of energy, which makes sense. You don't want to be there giving out all of your precious resources to someone who's just going to take and not give back. So you receive love in the same way you give it, with open arms. And you like that reciprocal energy. And yeah, by the way, my it's not just my internet, my router sucks. So I so apologize if my sound goes out. It just went out for my daily, and it makes me very sad when that happens. Pretty much has been happening on every video for basically the last year. It's time for a new router. Yes, it is. Okay, so oh my god, this is interesting. Okay, so this deck has two sets of kings. There's the male king and the female king, which I think is so interesting. It's so cool. So you have the king of swords. Again, a strength. And when there's a female king, it speaks to me of now, keep in mind, this is energy. This is, gender doesn't matter here. You can be female and embody a male, the king energy. And in fact, that's what's kind of happening here. But you could be male and embodying a more female energy. Ultimately, um, you are, you're very quick-witted. You think very quickly on your feet. You are, um, it's very important to you to speak the truth, to set very strong boundaries, to also be very strategic in how you show up in a connection. You're very giving. You want to um you like to be able to include your person in whatever you're doing. But they absolutely have to show up correct. You are not gonna put up with any kind of shenanigans, and you are not one to be impulsive. When you're getting to know someone, you step back from your emotions. You like to look at the bigger picture. You like to take your time and I don't know, there's almost this feeling of like you like to test your person, like especially when it's new, just to see what kind of response you get. Um, it takes somebody special to get past your initial um I don't know. So it's a test. There's nothing about that here. But this is a strength. This is something that has helped you. Um to really whittle away the options that really aren't good for you, that aren't even worth your time. So you're good at strategizing in that way. So um okay, so what's your weakness? Your weakness in love. You have a weakness for Scorpios? um um so death. Death is about endings. Death an ending that is a transformation. Like any kind of ending, there is some kind of transformation that happens because you go from the ending to the new beginning. And within that space, the transformation happens. Her rib cage is showing. Or better to say, we can see through her rib cage. And what's underneath are all these flowers, all these beautiful, like, I feel like those flowers smell so good. Um, Hello, Deepak. Good evening to you. Welcome. Um, I feel like you have a weakness for your weakness in love. Let me get a clarifier on this. What is this? What is this death card? Page of Swords. Maybe it's hard for you to let go of connections once you're in them. It's hard for you to release what you've put so much effort into, where you've spent so much time learning about your person, Um, it could also be that when you get into a see, I feel like this isn't even like when you're in a connection. This is based on what you've been through. It feels like, oh, maybe it's that you spend way too much time trying to figure out your person before diving in, where you feel like, whoa, you feel like you want to have all the answers before you make a decision. But this can sometimes cause the energy to become stagnant, where um like in the beginning of a relationship, for example, like there typically is a lot of momentum. The momentum builds, there's excitement, the energy, and it's like you keep yourself so distanced from that it it might give off the wrong impression. Maybe, someone who really likes you, they're like, I think this is going really good. But then it falls flat because you're kind of you continue to keep yourself at a distance. You continue to kind of like, well, I don't know. I'm still thinking about this. I'm still trying to transform the situation or something. Um, because of what you've been through in the past. Where as much as you vetted someone, or maybe many people, it ultimately didn't work out for one reason or another. And so the more that happens, the more cautious you become. And you're just like, I just want the truth. I just want the facts. And relationships just aren't that straightforward. Relationships are messy. And you're trying to keep, I feel like you have a tendency to try to take out the mess, to try and make things very structured, and I know you got my lists and I know what I'm doing, and there's a need to there's a need to the allow the connection to be what it is, to evolve as you get to know a person, to maybe let yourself lean in even though you don't have all the answers yet. Not easy, I know. Let's see. So your next cards are a little look at your next soulmate, your future soulmate. I don't even know if this is your next one, but your future. This is about your future person who, we'll just say your next person. Redbeard is here. Hello. King of Pentacles. Yeah, this person. Oh. We've got the female and the male King of Pentacles. Okay. Yes. This is kind of what I was picking up on in the beginning is you want someone who reciprocates. Oh my God, do they reciprocate? This is like, you know, same kind of thinking, same kind of like, let's get things done. Let's work on our prosperity, having a good life, a good quality of life. This is someone who matches you so much. And it's so interesting because like I think about in typical tarot decks where, or I should say any other tarot deck, um unless there are others that do this, you have the king and the queen who are the counterpart. This feels like the next level. This feels like you and your person are so much alike. There's not even the like, the whole like women are from men are from Mars, women are from Venus kind of thing where you don't like quite ever get each other, but you learn to work with one another. There's something here where the two of you might have differences. Yes, that's normal, that's natural, but you are so on the same page. You really, really get each other. And wow. This is it's like a dream come true. You've basically met yourself. And, you know, um, they have a little bit of a more receptive energy, maybe a little bit of a softer energy. Maybe you're more of the like you've got more of that masculine go-getter kind of thing going on, whereas they're more like, yes, let's do all those things. And let's also take time out to go out in the garden and go for a walk and go take a nice bath and, a little bit more feminine. I don't know, energetically speaking. Um, oh my freaking God. What? What? We got the Queen and the King of Pentacles. This is your person. They're they're everything. They've got that king energy and the queen energy. Oh my god. This this person is so God, I want this person. They're just like, yeah, I know what I need to do. I put in the effort. I'm resourceful. I like the finer things in life. This person's a good parent. Like they're very balanced. Their masculine and feminine sides are very balanced. Wow. Okay. Dang. That's really cool. Okay, so let's move on to your next card, which is what is holding you back in love? I feel like I need to shuffle. Do a quick shuffle. What is holding you back in love? The star. Um the star, it's about wish fulfillment. It's about feeling hopeful, feeling inspired. Why is that holding you back? I mean, it could be that kind of classic situation where you want someone who reflects your similar kinds of ideals and attitudes, and you want it so badly that it's keeping that person away. You Right? Could be. Let me get a clarifier on this star. 3 of Pentacles. What is holding you back in love? Star. Star is a card of Aquarius. This is your card. You holding yourself back? Because the 3 of Pentacles, right? 3 of Pentacles, yeah. 3 of Pentacles is about collaboration. It's about teamwork. Maybe maybe you've resigned yourself to thinking that you're never going to find someone who's like you. Maybe you've ultimately ended up dealing with people who they're not able to meet you halfway. They're not able to give back in the way that you need. Give back as much as you give to them. This happens sometimes. Like you could have really your standards are so high that even when people try, they just can't meet those standards. You want someone who you can really rely on, who you could put the ball in their court and they're going to run with it without without you even needing to say anything. And that's what's so interesting is that this future soulmate is exactly what you want, but you're stopping it. You're stopping that energy from coming in because of what's happened to you in the past. Third party. Okay, so 3 of Pentacles. Sure. Yeah, 3 of Pentacles can also be about third parties, sure. So maybe there's someone that you're having trouble letting go of. I mean, that was your weakness in love is death. And that was something that was kind of, I don't know if I really said it, that was like niggling in the back of my brain, but it's like maybe you have trouble letting go of your previous connections. Maybe you're still hanging on. Maybe there's someone who seemed like a wish fulfillment and it didn't work out. And you're somehow your energy is blocking the potential for this. Somehow you're holding this back. You may most likely don't even realize you're doing it. And you're just like, you want what you want. The heart wants what it wants. And it can be very difficult to extract yourself from those feelings. It's very, very difficult. I've been there. But whatever this is, it's, yeah, it's you needing to get yourself out of needing something to turn out a certain way. Yeah, maybe with another person, or thinking that you're never going to find the right person and so you almost give up. I don't think that's, I don't know. This is, yeah, maybe like what Jojo said, like maybe you're giving to this bird over here. The bird is looking towards the past. Everybody's helping to work on this project. You're focused on this one that's turned away from you. Both birds are turned away, but this one is looking towards the future. And maybe you need to shift your focus to the future, because the question, this one is your future soulmate. You have to change what you're putting your attention onto, what you're who's helping you. If it's someone who's keeping you stuck in the past, it's time to, you want to be looking the other way. You got to let that door close before another one can open, I think. Or maybe that door is open, but you've still got your back turn, or your back turned to the future. You're looking back at the past, something like that. Okay. Okay. Well, let's go to the Queen of the Moon Oracle. Queen of the Purity. Purity, the snow moon. Dancing in the snow over there. Let me pick another one. Fear. Okay. Yeah. Yep. You're fear is holding you back because you have, it's like I was saying, your standards are so high because of what you've been through. It's and what's happening is it's keeping you separated from what you really want because you're holding on to the fear and you're like, I'm never going to let that happen again. I'm going to cut out anybody. She's actually, oh, she has a needle and thread. I'm going to sew up. What's she doing with that needle and thread? I don't know. It's like, you wrap something up and you sew it up and it's okay. It's not going to like, feels like a bit of a compartmentalizing thing. Like you're like, I'm putting that, sewing it up. Like it's going to go in the closet. I'm never going to look at it again. But it's because of your idealistic attitude about wanting this purity, not allowing the messiness of the relationship, of a relationship, to be there. It's it's holding you back, it's keeping you stuck. You gotta There's a need to acknowledge the fear, to look at what you're doing, how you're keeping yourself away from wish fulfillment. Could also be fear of letting go of something from some situation that you're dealing with. If we are talking about a third party situation here, um, you don't, there's fear of letting that go. There can often be a fear of just being alone, which is why so many people, become serial monogamous because they're just like, okay, next person, next. Um, hmm. And action. It's time. It's time for you to take imperfect action. Is really what this is. Because again, I was talking about this, like holding yourself back to the point where the energy just kind of fizzles out. You need to feel the fear and go for something anyway. Forget purity. I mean, as humans, purity speaks to me of a little bit of like perfection, or an idea of that. And you got to release that idea of something needing to be pure before you can give to it. There's a need to take action, to move yourself forward, to let a cycle close out because it's time for you to transform. It's time for your life to transform. It's time to allow space for whoever this is. Okay. Let me pick a chakra card for you. Finish off with a chakra card. Okay. We've got root chakra, abundance. I gather easily and effortlessly all that I need to support, nourish, and comfort me. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I focus my attention upon all that I am grateful for. Maybe this is the missing piece, the missing ingredient that you need in order to get yourself out of this energy. There is an abundance of nourishment, support, and love for me. I have. I have. You want to get out of telling yourself, thinking those thoughts, I want, I wish. You want to start saying to yourself, in this moment, I have. Act as if it's already here and focus on what you do already have. That's how you get more. because there is an abundance of nourishment, support, and love that's right outside the gate. You just got to open that gate. So, okay, I'm going to leave it there. Oh, and yeah, and so speaking to the Venus retrograde thing, especially this is where you've been, I think, through this time, the last month and a half or so. Um, you coming out of this, I think you're going to discover that you have a renewed sense of energy to move forward. You're going to come to a place of understanding of where you've been, what's been holding you back from where you want to go, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, this is my calendar. This is the Chariot in this. It's a tarot calendar. Thank you. Anyway, yeah, I wish you well in this journey in making your way to opening the doors to this person. Because once you meet this person, total game changer. You're just going to be like, oh, I had no idea. That's so awesome. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, wherever you are in the world. And I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing.